Hello, friends. Today's topic is going back to the office. Let's rant.
My face looks amazing, but my bags is starting to creep through. I don't like that. I've been working in the office for about 3 weeks now. I've been a little trooper. I've been trying my bestest in the ever-estest. And in the mornings, my administrator likes to ask me, what number between 1 and 10, give me a number to show that reflects how great it is for you today. And sometimes I'm like, oh, it's a 6, oh, it's a 9, oh, it's an 8. Since I've been on campus, it's been like 2. Today was a 4. And that was actually down from a 5 the day before. And then today, again, she asked me in the afternoon, which she normally doesn't ask me twice, but she asked me twice today. And by then I had a cup of coffee. And I said it's a 4.5. It was time to go home. People, I don't know. Sometimes it's the people, okay? It's not the work. Sometimes it's the people that give you a hard time. Because my coworker, even though they work for a different service, all my federal workers are coworkers. So, works for a different service, but they come in and they see me on a headset. They don't know what I'm doing. They're looking at my screens. They're looking at me, but they're having a full-blown conversation with me. And then they're like, oh, you're not responding to me. Oh, okay. So then I take off my headset and I'm like, sorry, I was in a meeting with my boss. How can I help? Now I'm the jerk.
There are so many companies that are forcing their employees to return to office 5 days a week, and this is going to disproportionately impact women, but also it has huge financial implications for families and especially those with children. For context, a friend was just texting me and her company's decided that as of January 2025, they have to return to the office full time. And she's panicking a bit because not only is this going to impact her life, like her day-to-day life, her commute, her schedule, everything, it's going to have a huge financial impact. I think most people don't understand how this shakes out for families, but if you are a parent of a school-age kid, I, for example, have a second grader and a first grader, this is what my life looks like. Their bus does not come till 8:45. So if I need to be at work at 9 a.m., I would need before school care. That costs $15 per kid per day. So that's $30 a day for those 2 kids to go there. Then school gets out at 3, their bus usually gets home at like 3:45, give or take, right? And so if I need after school care, even if I only need care till 4 or 5, whatever it might be, you typically have to pay for the day. That's $45 a day. So now for 2 kids for after school care is $90 a day. So for 2 kids to attend before school care and after school care for 1 month, I'd be paying about like $2,600 a month for childcare for those public school age kids. Mind you, I'm not talking about little kids in daycare. This is for older kids. And so not only would my life change logistically, right? My whole life would change logistically. I'd have way less time with my family and my children. It would also have huge financial implications. This is something that families are bearing the brunt of, and companies are not compensating parents when they go back to the office, right? And so families are taking a huge financial hit, and this disproportionately impacts women because when families can't afford childcare or figure out how to navigate it, women tend to be the ones who take a step back. They are the ones who limit their careers, who take a more flexible job, who leave the job that forces them to return to office for something that pays them less or that has more flexibility. Because our society, there is no infrastructure for families. There is no affordable childcare. There is no social safety nets. So families are trying to figure this out on their own. Companies don't really care. And so this return to the office feels like a bit of a personal attack on women, but on men as well, on parents in general, where it's like, if I've been doing my job successfully and productively, is a 5-day return to office required? Why can't we do hybrid? What is the harm in that, right? Because this is a huge, huge financial cost. $2,600 is not nothing. That is a massive impact to families, and companies are not typically looking at that, right? They are deciding what makes sense for them and their bottom line or top line, whatever they're trying to figure out, or the fact that they just have commercial real estate that they need to fill. It is ridiculous, but it is going to force more and more women out of the workforce, just like COVID did, right? Anytime a massive shift in kind of how we work happens, women are disproportionately impacted. This is going to have huge repercussions. This is going to impact families. This is financially going to hurt many, many people.
Day 2 of returning to the office. I learned some things yesterday. First thing is, Tiandra, stop trying to be cute and wearing like little cute kitten heels and thinking the Kitten Hills is going to serve. Not walking in these DC streets, no. So I have slides today. Feet feel so much better. I'll wear the heels in here if I'm trying to be cute. I'll wear the slides outside. I thought because they were Kitten Heels, they'll be okay, but it was not. More snacks. I needed more snacks. So I have 2 oranges or mandarins, clementines. I have 1 apple. I have 2 like little mini charcuterie thingies and salmon, rice, and broccoli for my lunch. I needed to bring more snacks. Did that today. Slides today, more snacks today, more water. Unless you're trying to go down into the cafe and spend money, you need to have more beverages. But this is my little office that's broken. And then it wraps all the way around. And I'm not gonna show you my computer, but it wraps all the way around. So I have to decorate it. So I'm probably gonna go to like one of those little stores, IKEA, get them little plants and make it look really cute. But as of now, day 2, I'm getting the hang of it. I got up this morning, 5 o'clock, got on the bus by 5:33, got here by 6:20, and made sure I was here on time. How are you guys doing today with this return to office? Give me some tricks of the trade and how to get to and from, and what I should do to my office to kind of like decorate it. Because I got a lot of space in here. I have a lot of space. Too much space. And I want to figure out what I need to do. People walking by, so they nosy.
Working from home or going to work, which is best for you? Let's continue.
For you federal workers that are having to return back to office, I hear you, I understand, and I definitely feel your pain. I'm not a federal worker, but I did have to return to office in 2022. That's just how long I have been back in the office. Now, initially, whenever we returned to the office, it was definitely a struggle for me too. And here it is, 2025, and it is still a struggle. Now, when I returned back to the office, we were back in the office full time for about maybe, I would say, a month. And they did finally allow us to start working hybrid. So we work in the office Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then we get to work from home on Thursdays and Fridays. Now, the thing with working from home, I feel like I do actually get more work done. I notice that whenever I'm in the office, I seem to get less work done because we spend more time talking and laughing and just, chit-chatting, right? Ha ha, he, right? But we do love the fact that we are still able to work from home on Thursdays and Fridays. And we actually really, really look forward to being able to work from home on Thursdays and Fridays. So just hang in there, guys. Hopefully things will change up pretty soon and you guys will be able to start back working from home, maybe even hybrid, because I know a lot of you were probably hybrid just like we were, but just hang in there. I know it's hard. Like I said, I really appreciate being able to just have those 2 days. But again, I feel you, I hear you, and I definitely understand.
It's my first day back at work after working from home for like almost 3 years, right? I'm not even gonna complain. Was I stuck in traffic for a little bit? Sure. But then I got here, I made myself a free cup of coffee. I'm using their toilet paper. I'm using their Wi-Fi, okay? I turned my heat off this morning so I could save some money on my gas bill. I'm not even gonna complain. I think I'm gonna have a good day. Look at the lighting. I want my sweater, but when you change your perspective, I put some makeup on, we're gonna have a good day. On a bathroom break, they gave us pizza instead of a raise, but hey, I'll eat the food that I brought to lunch. I'll eat that for dinner so that way I don't have to cook tonight. So a win is a win. I have two and a half hours to go until I'm back home. I made it home. I was stuck in traffic, but I made it home. The first day was fine. Let's see if I still feel this way tomorrow morning.
Hi guys, I wanted to come on here and speak to the RTO mandate, which is the return to office mandate. I just have a couple of points that I want to make. So for one, as a federal employee, you are a public servant. And with that comes responsibility. So I wish people would stop comparing us to other companies that are losing productivity and losing people because they no longer are having these work at home jobs that has nothing to do with us. Nothing. And we're not comparable because, again, we are public servants. The public wants this. So the second thing I would like to mention is I do empathize with people who had to maybe upend some things to get into office and to be able to be present. And I just want to congratulate you on that. Like, you are absolutely somebody I would want to work with. You are absolutely somebody who represents us in such a good way because you were able to, at the end of the day, realize that your job was important and it didn't matter where you were doing it from as long as things were getting done. So I think that's where I am with it right now. I don't think it's a terrible thing. I've never been a fan of it because I've never seen, overwhelmingly positive effects towards the people that we serve. I mean, it's great for the employee, in a sense, but I've never seen it like affect the people that we serve in such a, grandiose way that we are like, no, we need to keep it like this. If there's empty office buildings, we need to fill those up. And that's just where I'm at with this.
Working from home sounds nice, right? Not having to worry about gas and other things. Now I see the benefits from housework. But what do you think? Comment down below until next time. Bye.